What's your favorite scary movie?
We have some updates on the two Ghostface movies dropping next year, both Scream 7 and Scary Movie 6. Let's talk about some plot details that have just been revealed for both the meta slasher and also the parody spoof. Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. If you're excited for both Scream 7 and Scary Movie 6 just like me, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more horror movie updates just like this one. Also, the best way to support the channel is by becoming a channel member, where you'll get exclusive weekly review videos on the latest horror flicks. Art the Clown tier members can pick which movie I review now too. Thank you all for your support, now let's get into the update. Kicking this off with some Scary Movie 6 talk, not only did we just get word from Marlon Wayans during his press interviews that we were going to see more returning cast members from the original Scary Movie, like Ray, Cindy, and Brenda, but we also got some plot details on the opening sequence. Coming from both Geek Vibes Nation and Critical Overlord, Scary Movie 6 will open with a big sequence that spoofs the hospital scene from Scream 2022. Tuesday, a Wednesday Jenna Ortega surrogate is stabbed by Ghostface and taken to a hospital, only to be ignored by the incompetent nurse Ratchet. It escalates into a wild chase with non-stop gags, sight jokes, and staff treating her like an annoyance. So a few things to hit on there. This is obviously going to be a parody of that big sequence from Scream 2022, but it seems like it's also hitting on some different elements from different TV series like Wednesday over on Netflix, and also Ratched, the 2020 series that starred Sarah Paulson as the evil nurse. Here, it's Nurse Ratchet and Tuesday for legal reasons. We've heard that Scary Movie 6 will also spoof Jordan Peele flicks Longlegs, Heretic, and the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. Lots to rip on there with the latter. The hospital scene in Scream 5 is also an easy target for parody, as it leads to one of the most controversial moments in the entire Scream franchise thus far, where our beloved hero Dewey Riley finally gets gutted. Dewey's heart was always bigger than his brain. I'm shocked he even lived through 4 movies. I think his arc is better for it too. I don't want to see Dewey just keep coming back and then they just have nothing to do with him. You know, like Gale Weathers. What are they doing with Gale at this point, man? The writers don't even know. Scary Movie 6 is also to feature a character named Sarah, who will be Tuesday's older sister. Does that sound familiar? I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is Melissa Barrera, because she deserves to drag Spyglass Media through the freaking mud. There is literally no better opportunity that Scary Movie 6 could latch itself onto than hiring Melissa Barrera to play a lead character here. That's hilarious. It would be one of the craziest power moves in horror history. I'm assuming that with the legacy characters returning, they're gonna be pissed about being pushed into supporting roles, maybe even fighting Tuesday and Sarah at one point, completely being oblivious to the new threat. That would be hilarious. But speaking of Ghostface, do we think it's going to be Dave Sheridan's Doofy again? Marlon Wayans has also hinted at a return to that actor at some point in this new flick. I think that could be the case. Oh my god, are they gonna kill Doofy? No. No, I can't go through that trauma again, man. Oh my god, they're totally gonna kill Doofy in the hospital scene. Oh no. No! Getting into some Scream 7 talk here, we have a brand new leak. I'm telling you right now, I don't buy it, not for 1 second. So first of all, it's all sourced from a Twitter account that was literally just created this past month, who followed a ton of the Scream news channels, including myself. While I appreciate the follow, my dude, and I see a lot of the work that you did to make this leak try to hold some weight, I'm just not buying it. Sure, they incorporate plot elements here that have been floating around the rumor mill, like an escaped mental patient that Gale supposedly runs over, and the opening scene leak that I won't discuss until it's dropped online in the trailer. But it also claims that the film will use Matthew Lillard in a way that simply could not satisfy fans. The leak claims that Matthew Lillard will be playing an all-new character in Scream 7, this escaped mental patient who bears a resemblance to Stu but is not the same person. He even has a messed up face, one that looks like it might have been crushed underneath a CRT television 30 years ago. He's executed by Gale Weathers via vehicular manslaughter, which is a crazy way to go out. And then it's revealed that this isn't Stu at all, just someone that kind of looks like the guy. Are you kidding me? Listen, I'm not even a Stu is alive guy, and I would be furious for all of you dudes if that's how they brought back Matthew Lillard. This is a complex little thing here, so let's break it all down. First off, this sounds a lot like the subplot in Halloween Kills, where another escaped mental patient from the transfer bus is being chased by the Evil Dies Tonight crowd. They think he's Michael Myers and chase him all the way to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. While I love this entire sequence, the tragic conclusion it ultimately comes to, and what it says about the mob in Halloween Kills Kills, Halloween fans were not all about it. There's the argument that Scream 7 could be utilizing that sequence from Halloween Kills to provide some meta commentary on that, maybe kind of hitting on why fans didn't like it so much. But I just can't get over the fact that I feel like this would be such a waste of Matthew Lillard, especially in this franchise. The inherent problem with Scream 7 since the top of the year is that they've let the toothpaste out of the tube, and there's no putting it back now. Matthew Lillard has been announced to be in the film, and you're going to turn people away if he's not playing Stu Macher here. I'm of the opinion that Scream needs to get away from the past and start telling some fresh stories in the now, but like, they've already announced that Matthew Lillard, Scott Foley, David Arquette, and probably Skeet Ulrich are coming back for this new movie. It's going to be a past-oriented Scream flick. I know someone's gonna comment this, and like, yes, we have to judge movies based on what they're actually going for, not what they're being marketed as. I totally agree there, but overall, this just feels like a waste of Matthew Lillard, and I think Scream fans would be pissed if that's how they use him. Just as this escaped mental patient who doesn't have any dialogue, by the way. You're gonna put a muzzle on Matthew Lillard? That's such a waste of his talents. It also just feels like a trick from the marketing department to announce that, hey, Matthew Lillard is coming back for Scream 7. A large portion of the fan base is going to believe that he's alive in the film, and then when he doesn't return to play that iconic role, I think many will feel cheated by this. Like I said, I don't want to see Stu as alive, as it would completely decimate the logical timeline that is going through all 7 of these movies so far, but I think there is a way to bring back Matthew Lillard as Stu Macher. Just simply de-age him and show him in a flashback that goes sometime before the original Scream flick. That could be really cool if they have the right idea, and maybe it sets up something that we didn't know about that fateful night and how it affects the modern day. The one thing I am digging here is this like accidental murder that Gale Weathers has that puts her in some immediate hot water. It sounds like the town may think she's Ghostface for running somebody over. As of right now, I feel like they're just spinning their wheels with the character of Gale Weathers, and they have to actually do something with her. At least we are actually physically putting this character through something in this new movie, opposed to her just kind of showing up, getting chased and stabbed, and hey, she's alive, everything's fine. She's static and boring. We need to go through something dynamic that changes the character. Otherwise, why are we following her? The big thing that doesn't work for me about this leak overall is that it just doesn't sound like a Scream movie, but rather fan fiction. It sounds like there's hardly a focus on the murder mystery investigation at the core of this flick, but rather the forced nostalgic callbacks that I was just sick of after watching Scream 6. Had Scream 6 focused more on properly setting up its fragile murder mystery rather than just pointing to all the bloody articles of clothing of characters from the past, which did not serve the story at all, I think it would have been a better film for it. There's a lot of things I loved about Scream 6, but that third act reveal is rough, probably the worst of the franchise. I'm hoping that Scream 7 can leave that in the past and focused on telling a really good murder mystery story here in the present. Are you guys excited for Scream 7 and Scary Movie 6? Which one are you more excited for? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, please subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.